Hey everybody, it's the boss lady here, coming to you from my vehicle, getting ready to head to the doctor so y'all can get a doctor update. But going to the doctor, my husband wants me to sit up here and drink water. Drink water. I haven't had no water yet. Normally I get up drinking water, but I haven't had no water yet, so he sent me out the house with a bottle of water. I had one day since Monday last week that my pressure was actually a decent pressure. So I'm already knowing they're going to add to my medication. And if anything, I'm going to tell them, I don't even know how to feel. So, like, I was on one medication, right? Well, matter of fact, the medication I'm on right now, I was on that medication for 6 years. No problems. Excuse me. 6 years, no problems. The reason why I got off that medication was because I'm going to jump the freeway because, honey, it's 8:43. My appointment's at 9 o'clock. Anyway, so I was on it for 6 years, but I was on it at a low dose, like, I don't know, 5 milligrams, maybe 10. I think it was 5. Well, then the doctor took me off of it. Excuse me. And I was off medication for like, 2 years? Then I got sick or something happened. And they ended up putting me back on medication. Well, then, before he took me off, what ended up happening was I happened to be on the social media and I got spooked by something that I saw, and so I shared it with my family, and my family demanded that I switch medications. So the medication I take, it's known for people of African American descent to like have throat closures and swelling and whatever, but I had been on it for 6 years. So my doctor was like, why are you tripping if you actually was on it for all this time and you haven't had no problems? Normally those problems happen within the first 30, 60, 90 days. You was on it for 6 years and no problem. So I'm like, okay. He put me on a different medication, and I was on that medication for a while, but then I went off blood pressure medicine until I got sick or something. And then they put me back on it, and since then, it's like my blood pressure has been out of control, out of compliance, and so they had to increase my medication. They ended up putting me back on the old medicine, thinking that, she was on it for 6 years, so da-da-da-da, and now here it is, child. So I'm about to be up in there arguing, right? Y'all done put me on this mess, thinking that, because I'm about to make them pull the record, pull the till, okay? Because one thing about Boss Lady, one thing that you will know, I am intentional when it comes to my health. I don't play that, just listen to whatever they got to say, but I am going to talk to him about this whole weight thing, because, every time something happens, if you just lose a little weight, if I could lose a little weight, don't you think I would lose a little weight? You think I'm intentionally just gaining weight just to gain the weight? Don't you think there's something more going on? Yes, I'm a little testy. And I'm probably raising my pressure at the same time. So let me dial it back, boss lady, dial it back. But I'm still going to make sure that I am intentional in what I say. And you're not going to just give me no haphazard little whatever. But every time you go to the doctor, you can have an ear infection. You need to lose weight. You can have a stubbed toe. If you lose a little weight, you won't stub your toe. You know what I mean? And the thing that gets me, now I will say, yes, my doctors are Caucasian, and purposely so. The reason being is because when I was going to doctors of color, not black, well, I only had one black doctor in all my life, but when I went to other doctors of color, they treated me as if I was substandard. I'm just going to be honest with you. So, you know how everybody, once they became woke, you like how I put that 4th of July stuff in there? Once they became woke back in 2020, everything had to be black owned, black bought, black this, black that. And I'm sorry, I only had, like I told you, one black doctor. She was my gynecologist. I wish I still had her to this day. She moved back to Louisiana. Girlfriend was intentional about my gynecology health. So, anyway, but all the other doctors, like I said, that are of color, that I've had, they treated me as if I was subhuman. Now, that's not to say that my Caucasian doctors are scared of me or anything. No, they're knowledgeable. I trust their knowledge, and I check their knowledge because I don't play that about me. That's why I can go to the doctor by myself. Okay? That's why I can go to the doctor by myself, because they're like, this one ain't stupid. We can't pull the wool over her eyes. Correct. It's 8:49, and I'm getting ready to do my turn, so I'm almost there. But yeah, correct. Because I had a doctor who was from India tell me how FAT I was, and told my husband he needed to stop me from eating and stop me from this and stop me from that. My husband politely sat back. He said, that's a black woman. You don't tell a black woman a thing. You support her, you love her, and you treat her well, and all things come to those who, wait. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't know how you do it in your culture, but in this culture, no, you don't treat the black woman as if she's substandard. Baby, I must have cussed that man. You need to see a nutritionist, and you need to da-da-da. I go to make the appointment with the nutritionist. They said, are you diabetic? I said, no. They said, well, then you would have to pay $450 per visit. I said, lies you tell. I said, that man told me I need to see a nutritionist. I don't believe I do. They said, ma'am, I'm telling you, your insurance will not cover. I said, and sir, I'm telling you, I am not making the appointments. How about that? Okay? Child, please. So anyway, but yeah, you got these some of these doctors, they think that you don't know nothing, you don't research nothing, so I could tell you anything. Child, you ain't gonna tell me a thing. You heard me? A thing. Because a girl is not playing. So, where my thing at? So with that being said, y'all, let me check in because I gotta text them and let them know I'm here. But I'll let you know what they say. I'll be back. This is what I'm talking about. Clean box. Okay? Clean box. Whew. All right. So, I'm just leaving Dunkin' Donuts, as you can see. Getting ready to head home. I think I got to go get husband. He wants some kind of donut. I don't know. I'm already in my car. I'm like, dude, you knew I was going to get donuts. I said I was going to get donuts before I left the house. Child, not gonna worry my soul today. Not today. All right, so I'm looking at y'all. I need to be looking at the camera. Hello. All right, so how did things go, boss lady? How about my blood pressure was fantastic? Fantastic. Yes, it was fantastic. So I have to go back in a week to have another blood pressure check, and I have to bring my blood pressure machine. Also, I have to go back in 2 weeks to see my doctor to discuss my blood pressure yet again. So here's the thing, and continuously still take my blood pressure. He is changing my medication, so as of today, no more taking what I was taking. He's putting me back on my previous medication. I'm like, all right. Because I don't want to be on 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of them. I mean, but he was like, you've been seeing enough where I'm seeing patterns. So, yeah, let's switch it up. Sounds good, doc. Let's do that. We did talk about, make sure he wasn't crossing in front of me if I turn. We did talk about weight. Well, no. Okay, wait. Let me, before we get into that, because that's a long version. We talked about my knee. He asked me, how's your knee doing? That's what the nurse asked too. How's the Baker cyst? And I said, the knee is kneeing. There's still swelling. Yes. Swelling is there. Pain, not so much. but my mind anticipates pain. So until I get up, get walking, and feel no pain, I automatically think there's pain. I haven't taken anything for my knee. Now I think about it. When was the last time I took a Tylenol? Was it Thursday? Wednesday, Thursday? I know this weekend I have not taken any Tylenol. So that's a plus. Praise God for that. What else? I'm going to turn so that the lighting can be a little better. So that's that. He did check it. He said there is still swelling there. And I'm like, I told you. But then once we talked about the swelling of my knee, then I said, well, let's talk about swelling of the ankles and legs and things. Anyway, let's go there. So I told him, I said, the last time I was here, we talked about, my blood pressure and there was swelling. I can't remember which doctor I saw because I see two doctors. I have a main doctor and I see my husband's doctor. My husband's doctor, I like him because I can get in with him a lot quicker than my doctor. So, but between the two, love them both, okay? And they're both men. Some women have a thing about that, seeing men doctors. They don't see my hoo-ha, so, my pocketbook is secure on it, okay? For the pocketbook, I go see a lady doctor. Even though sometimes I don't like lady, but whatever. Anyway, because I used to have a male gynecologist for the longest, especially when I had Miss Peanut. But then after Miss Peanut, I flipped to a female, and I've been straight ever since. Anyway, so I told him, I said, last time I was talking about this swelling of my legs and stuff, I was told about the vein shrinkage or something as you get older and whatever. I don't know. I can't explain it. I said, but would it be best if I have like maybe a diuretic with my blood pressure pill, because that could help alleviate some of this fluid? He said diuretic don't always work, number one, and it will dehydrate you, number two, which he is correct, because my very first high blood pressure medicine, I think I was on it for 6 months, if that, baby. When I tell you it took my kidneys and wrung them out like you're not going to have no liquid in your body. Child, listen. And I drink some water all the time. That thing had me peeing like a racehorse. I know that's TMI, but whatever. We females, okay? Peeing is peeing. Going to the bathroom, okay? Anyway, so I was like, yeah, we're not doing none of that if I can help it, because Lord. So then we were talking, and he gave me some tips, drink lots of fluids, walk, get up and move often, which you guys know I have a desk job. Get up and move often, compression socks. I said, Doc, it's 85 degrees. A girl ain't putting on no socks, okay? Now, when it hit fall, I wear my socks all the time. And I have no problem with it. But right now, baby, look. You getting all these thick thighs, swollen ankles. All of that. Because, shoot. So, anyway. He was looking at me like, this girl, she be clowning. You right? But, so, he gave me some tips about the swelling of my ankles and stuff. No problem. Well, we are back to the blood pressure piece. What did he say? Oh, I was telling him, I know when I went to the doctor or went to the hospital that my pressure was up. One, because I anticipated them admitting me. So I was already in a state of panic. I said, you have to understand, I don't like pain. I'm allergic to pain. Like, how people have, go into shock? That's my system. My system automatically goes into shock because you're going to keep me, you're going to put me in pain, traumatized. I said, I have a trauma effect, a trauma reaction. That's what it is. It's a trauma reaction. Not that I've ever been like severely traumatized with pain, but I just equate it to a trauma reaction when I have pain. So I said, I know that's what it was. You know, me thinking I was going to be admitted, me being in all that pain. I said, not to mention, I had just came back from vacation, being with my grandson and my daughter, and those kids stressed me out. And it was like, that'll do it. That'll do it. And then I told him too, I said, you took my blood pressure this morning. My blood pressure was fantastic. I said, I take my blood pressure in the evening because in the mornings I don't have time. I mean, the Lord will sit you down and make you make time. But I told him, I said, I have an early start time. My early start is 6:30 in the morning or 6 o'clock, you know, so I don't really have time to be sitting down doing a blood pressure when I'm trying to get myself out the door, right? And I said, so I normally take my blood pressure in the evening when I'm home, I'm relaxed, I'm sitting down. I said, but of course, you know, the day's work is all on top of my head, so that's probably why my pressure is high. And he asked me, when do you take your medication? I said, I take my medication between 8 and 9 every day. He said, I want you, and I take it at night. He said, I want you to work hard at taking your medicine same time every day. That's a flipping problem for me, y'all. I have an alarm on my phone. I kid you not. I have an alarm, and it's for 7:35 every single day. Sunday through Saturday, right? That alarm will go off. I will be out and about. Sometimes I'm in the stores with y'all. Sometimes I'm out to dinner with my husband. Or sometimes I'm asleep. Okay, let's be real. Let's be clear. Sometimes I'm asleep. But he was like, every day, I want you to take your medication at the same time every day. He said, because your medication is good for 24 hours. He said, but I wonder if when you take your pressure, you're past your 24 hours, and so it's already out of your body, out of your system. He said, sometimes, you know, medication, even though it's a 24-hour medication, it can start to, you know, die down by like 20 hours or whatever, 18 hours. He says, so that, I believe that could be the reason why you are getting higher pressures. Y'all. Same time every day, huh? Same time every day, huh? Child. So now, and you know, and I purposely set my alarm for 7:35 because I was like, 7:35 is a good time for me. You know, I'm normally always home. Well, except for summertime. But normally I'm always home, so, you know. So now I guess I'm going to have to start carrying my medication with me. So when that alarm goes off, you know, and I don't know. Yeah. Child. And see, it's not really an alarm. It's on like my calendar. Baby. So yeah. So back to the weight. So, you know, I talked about the veins and the swelling and, you know, but then I said, Doc, let's just have a conversation quickly here. Because time is of the essence, you know, girl trying to get home. Get these donuts to this baby. So I said, Doc, when I talk to you, his name is Dr. Fernand. I said, Dr. Fernand, when I talk to you, actually, no, I don't call him Fernand. His name is Dr. Riley. I love the name Riley. I think it's so cool. And then I have Dr. Patrick. Dr. Patrick, okay, his last name is Enveen. He reminds me of, like, Princess Tiana and Enveen being the prince. Yeah. Anyway, so I said, Dr. Riley, okay, let's have a conversation about this weight. I said, you guys, every time I come in here about my ear, my back, my butt, my foot, you know, the first thing you guys always bring up is weight. Now, both my doctors are they have very, very, very good bedside manner. Let's be clear, because I will vet a doctor till I can't. You say one thing, it just slightly disrespectful when it comes to weight, you're fired. And I have fired some doctors and cursed them out. But anyway, so they're very, very temperamental when they talk about, they ease it in. Now, the doctor at the hospital, he was, you know, but I was like, I'm not going to see this fool again, so I'm cool. But my doctors, I said, tread lightly when you're talking to a black woman about her weight, period. So, I said, Dr. Riley, let's have a conversation, sweetheart. Because you guys are always bringing up my weight. I've been very candid on this channel. I told you all that I suffer from polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's a hormone imbalance. You get a lot of weight. You hold a lot of weight in your tummy. Most, not all. Because there are some very skinny folks who also suffer from PCOS. You have infertility issues. You get extra hair growth in places that you shouldn't. Because basically your female hormones is kind of depleted and your male hormones is taking over time. Okay? Let's just be clear. Whoo, Jesus. Anyway, so I told him, I said, you guys are always talking to me about your weight and if you lose some pounds and this and that. I said, every time I come here and I get on your scale is going up and up and up. I said, I did do the keto diet last year for like 6 months. And I can't remember why I actually stopped. I don't remember why. Anyway, I said, but I said, with that being said, the keto diet, yeah, it was cool, but it's something that I said, but I still make sure to eat right and this and that and da-da-da, whatever. Child. Well, he was like, keto diet, he said, that's a little rough to try to keep up with. And I said, yeah, but I did it and I was able to lose. I said, not according to y'all's scale, but according to my scale, I was losing. And I lost, oh gosh, I don't remember now. I was keeping track. 30-some pounds, I think. It might have been water weight, but who knows? But I lost inches. So, but I done gained that back plus some. Anyway, I told him, I said, I don't know what to do. I said, and I don't want gastro. I don't want the gastric bypass. I don't want the sleeve. I don't want nobody cutting on me, inserting anything in me. I'll take a pill. And so he talked about some medications that I basically he would highly recommend as opposed to doing the surgery, weight loss surgery. He flat out told me to my face, I am not recommending you for surgery. And I just sat there. And I was like, well, dang. Now, like I said, he's very sensitive about my weight, which I appreciate. But he said, I am not recommending you for surgery. That is something I would not recommend. He said, I just see the results after the fact. And he was like, no. And he said, He said, I don't believe you could. He said, not you could. He said, I don't believe that would be best for you. He said, yeah, I'm not recommending you. Now, it's not that I don't qualify, because, I qualify. Yeah, your girl qualifies. But I told him, I said, there's, in my family, we have cookers and cleaners. I'm a cooker. I said, and I cannot see literally making my husband a feast, and I'm up here drinking a drip of water. Talking about, okay, because my stomach is that big. Child, no. So that will not happen. So anyway, I do have to see a dietitian for like 2 months. And then he is recommending me to the weight loss clinic, not for weight loss surgery, but for weight loss medication. So yeah. And that'd be that. So basically I gotta start like keeping a diary of what I eat every day, when I eat it, this and that, whatever. Which is fine. Because you guys saw me, like, I get my boiled eggs and my salads, and then I have a sensible dinner. And, I haven't been doing that recently because my schedule has changed. But, even when I was doing that, I was losing, I was gaining and not losing. And they say, oh, well, you gain muscle. How am I gaining muscle if I'm not even lifting a weight? Child. So anyway, so I got all this paperwork. I'm about to take this child her donuts and then figure out what it is my husband's trying to do because he knows I gotta cook. Because, yes, I gotta cook. But that's the update, y'all. So the knee is kneeing. The cyst is still there. I'm still swollen. I don't have pain. I have discomfort. I always say my pain, like when I have severe pain, when the pain goes away, there's still a form of feeling. And I always say that feeling is like a hangover. So I have like a pain hangover in my knee right now. It's not so much pain. So it's like, but I know there's still something going on there. So that be that, child. Yeah. I was like, okay, Doc, whatever. So he's really good though. I mean, he's amazing. I'm really happy to have found him for myself and my husband. Because he's willing to sit and talk to you. And like I told him, I said, when it comes to pain, child, if my mind remotely thinks, like, okay, here's the thing. Now, I told you I got blood pressure problems, right? Why the lady gonna start talking to me about some daggone shots? Not the steroid shots that they were talking about. But talking about, oh, you due for a pneumonia shot and you can get you a vid booster. And I didn't come in for that mess. I'm not here for that. Now, physical, yeah, I need to come in for my physical. But I'm not coming for... No. Oh, okay, well, no. Shoot. Especially after I just talked to my sister. And my sister was like, I got this. And now I'm feeling this. Child, look. You ain't about to get me. Is it necessary? Do I really need it? No. Skip all that. My asthma is in check. So, no, I don't need that. Oh, Lord. Child, they be trying to get you. What? Oh, and then here's the other thing. Because she was talking about the pneumonia shot, the vid booster, I don't know, some kind of lab work. I'm like, I did my labs. I'm not doing no more labs. I don't had enough blood taken from me. I'm good. So then she brings up like the colonoscopy, but not to have an actual colon. She said they're now doing colonoscopies on people who have family history of like colon cancer and stuff like that. If you don't have a family history, then they recommend you do the collect your own in the... Who doing that? I mean, I don't want to do the colonoscopy either. But who? I said, lady, my blood pressure is high. And you talking to me about collecting stool samples? No, thank you. She's like, oh, okay, well, I was just... You trying to traumatize me? Trauma induced. See? I'm like, now mind you, I'm all about my stuff. I haven't even had my physical yet. Let me have my physical first. Let me have my physical first. Because I gotta have my physical. Then I gotta go to the gynecologist. You know what I mean? Child, they be trying to work you over. I'm like, quit doing things to me. Stressing me out. So I haven't heard from the from the pharmacy yet. So it's not time to get my medicine yet. But I got to go and update my husband. So by the time you guys see this, he will be updated. But technically, well, you guys are second to find out because I already done talked to mama. Yeah, child, I done talked to mama. Only thing husband knows is my blood pressure was good. But I already done talked to mama, told mama, and, she said what she said. And now, I told you guys, told the friends, told the boss ladies. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk to husband because I know he's got to analyze and process. And then he'll probably put me on boot camp diets and stuff. And I'll be cutting somebody. Woo! But wanted to give y'all that good young update because I know y'all was worried. So here's the update. And I guess when we go to the next visits and stuff, I'll update you then too. I'll throw it in a vlog. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.